Hey, on today's daily sprint, we're talking about increasing our purpose, passion, and meaning, and I'm going to tell you exactly why that you are overworked or you feel overworked and underpaid right now. And by the way, just by living in the United States, we are the most underworked and overpaid population as a whole in the entire world. We can go to the library, get free books. We can go to the library and drink water from a faucet. So little gratitude. Sorry, that is a tangent, but just something to keep in mind. Okay, we live in one of the wealthiest or the wealthiest nation in the world, but we still feel overworked and underpaid, right? You know, we got into our network marketing company, or we got into our online company because we're like, well, I want time and financial freedom, and it leads to all of that. So why aren't you experiencing time and financial freedom that you thought you would or that you wanted to? And this is the reason right here, point blank, you are choosing not to. Let me explain. We talked yesterday in our church small group about why people don't put their faith out there, why we as Christians don't put our faith out there. And after all the back and forth and all the healthy arguments were placed, it came down to this: fear of rejection. Fear. When you launch your network marketing company, you are putting yourself out there, and the most painful thing among anything out there, the most painful thing is rejection. Feeling rejected. That's why people don't put their faith out there. That's why people don't put themselves out there. So what do we do instead? We go back to our hard job, and we go back to our 16 hours trading time for money. We think we sell it as guaranteed pay, and we have high social esteem. Like if I come home, if I come and talk to you and I'm like, man, I could put in 18 hours, at working the farm or at job, you're gonna be like, whoa, man, you're such a bull, you're such a hard worker. But if I come to you and say, hey, man, I just put in a solid 2 hours of work to make $1 million, you're gonna be like, dude, must be nice. I'm gonna have no social esteem. So that's another reason. That's another reason why we're not seeing the abundance that we want in our network marketing companies. The first is fear of rejection. Okay, and your body will run away from that fear over and over and over. I'm reading a book right now called Rejection Proof. I strongly advise you to get that. It's going to make you more resilient, more tough. Look, I literally know people that have put themselves out there to take a bullet for the country, but when it comes to putting themselves out there publicly, no, fear of public speaking is right up there. Where there's fear of public speaking and fear of rejection, those two are like the top. Nothing else compares of all the other fears. Literally, like firemen will run into a burning down business, fearless. But then when you ask some of them, hey, let's start this business, or I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's anyone. It's me. It's you. I have a fear of rejection. I've literally been like, I'm not going to do my outreach today. Why? Because you get rejected in your outreach. I hope that sales Zoom cancels. You ever think that? You're like, literally, I hope that sale. What are you talking about? So that's what it is. If you can just keep going, and your brain is evidence, okay? Because yeah, your brain at first, it's going to see rejection. No. Then it's going to hear yes. No, yes. And then you're going to start to see, by you pouring your talents, whatever network marketing company that you're in, by whether it's product or service-based, like here at Macro Millionaire, we do nutrition coaching, and then the yeses, you start to help the yeses. Wow, now your brain's like, okay, this is worth the rejection. So here's the thing, we can trade time for money and be overworked and underpaid for a lifetime, but not have to have the fear of rejection, not have to put ourselves out there. Or we can get into the worst type of fear ever in the trenches with confronting this fear, with confronting this rejection, reading the books and listening to the podcasts and tribing up with people. You know, I've literally been brought to tears before because I'm so upset with the rejection, and why don't people see it this way, and all of that. So we all want to quit. So again, we can continue to trade time and money, or time for money, our valuable time for money, and hope we don't get fired, hope that some mandate doesn't kick us out of our job. Or we can go all in on beliefs in ourselves and deal with massive rejection at first, massive underpayment at first, because when you're an entrepreneur, you're 100% commission, baby. 100%. No guarantee hourly, nothing. No guarantee anything. Okay? So we can bet on ourselves and be drastically overworked and underpaid for a season to be drastically overpaid and underworked for a lifetime and giving value to other people. So hopefully this makes sense. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Hopefully this is getting, if anyone's watching this and they're ready to throw the towel in, no. We all struggle through fear of rejection, okay? Read the book, Rejection Proof. Give me a message. We can talk about it. Don't let that fear allow you to put the best version of yourself out there, help other human beings. Right now, you have a talent that you may not even know about that people would pay millions for. 1,000%. Thanks for tuning in.